Okay, here we go. Second side. X equals 4y plus 11. Negative 6y plus 8x equals 36. What's different about this problem than the previous page?
X is 4.
Yeah, the x is the variable. You see how the x is by itself? So guess what we're going to replace? The x. Because it's by itself. It's easy to replace something that's already solved and by itself. And so Tara, when you're trying to choose, always look for a problem that has y equals or x equals. And use that as your plug-in. So here we go. We're going to write down our problem. I'm going to start on the left-hand edge because I don't want to run out of space. And when I get to that x, I'm going to put a big parentheses. And what am I going to stick in that big parentheses for x? What does x equal?
4y plus 11.
So what do I stick in here?
4y plus 11.
Yeah. Now remember, when you put things in, Justin, always remember when we evaluated, we put in using parentheses. So always use your parentheses here when you're working this out, Hannah. So let's stick in that 4y plus 11. Who feels comfortable with distribution? Josh, go ahead.
Negative 6y plus 32y plus 88 equals 36.
Okay, great job. Going from there. Shalon or Tara, can you help us with the next step? Whatever you think is right. All right. And what would you get there? Negative 6 and 32 makes 26. Okay. All right, plus 88 equals 36. Another table, help me out. What's my next idea? Kyle?
Minus 88.
I got it. That's good. Minus 88. See if you can do that in your head. I'll give you a few seconds. Don't say the answer. See if you can figure what that is in your head. Think you got it? Raise your hand. No? 52. Very good. Negative 52. And to solve it, obviously we divide by 26, just like Abby told us at the beginning. We divide by that number. All right. What's my answer? Hannah?
Y equals -2.
Negative 2. Well done. Well done. What's the chance of dividing by 26 and getting a nice, perfect, neat answer? About this much. But when the book comes to it, how much? It's about this much. It's always going to happen that way. All right. So we're done. Step 1, we plugged it in. Step 2, Kyle, we solved. Now step 3, Kyle, you have to make a choice for me. All right? You have to say, do I want to take this value of negative 2 and plug it into this simple equation up here with x is equal to that, or this complicated equation here? Yeah, I think we'll take the simple one. All right, so off to the side, put a number 1. That reminds you that you used equation 1. X equals 4y plus 11. And Kyle, what is the y value that we have?
-2.
Negative 2. Keep going, Kyle. You're doing fine.
Okay, so
That's okay.
plus 11, and then you're going to,
Multiply for me.
yeah, oh, okay, multiply that, and it's -8
All right.
plus
So someone help me. What is my answer? 3. Am I done? I have an answer, but I don't know if it's right or not. I used the first equation to solve it, so I need to use which equation to check it? The second one. So I'm going to put a little number 2 out to the left. Here's my second equation. I'm going to write it down. And I'm going to try to put my values in. Negative 6 parentheses plus 8 parentheses equals 36. What goes in place of the y? Negative 2. In place of the x? A 3. A negative times a negative is a positive. All right. Moment of truth. What do you think? We got it. So let's put our answer. 3, comma, negative 2. Just for a second, look in the bottom right-hand corner of your sheet. How many problems do I have for homework for you?
6.
6. Now, notice, how much space did we use up on one problem? A column. So your homework's going to be 3 pages. Problem 1, problem 2, next page, problem 3, okay? Use a full column. Don't try to cram this all in. Spread your work out, circle, box, use space, skip a line here and there. Don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. We got lots of paper, okay? All right? Question, Ms. Todd.
Are we not allowed to use the back?
Oh yeah, you can use the back. That's fine. Yeah, we're going to do it right now. But Josh, question?
For number 4, before when we first get the y value and we're plugging it back into the equation, it was the same way we use the second equation.
Well, that's why I put this one up intentionally. Notice on number 4, we have x equals something on the top equation, so we could use x as our choice. And then we have y equals something, so we could use y. So the question becomes, neither is right, neither is wrong, whichever you choose. Abby, you just have to choose. But whenever you come to a problem where it's x equals or y equals, it makes it just nice and easy to solve. These lend itself to substitution, replacing. Okay? So, we're going to put the onus on Luke and John. You two can confer, have a conference, and you have to tell us, are we going to use the top equation or the bottom equation? Top. Luke is confident we're going to use the top equation. So, x equals y minus 3. So I'm going to write down that bottom equation, and I replace the x with the parentheses. And since Luke told us the top equation, Luke, what does x equal?
Y minus 3.
So I replace this with a y minus 3. Now, did we have to use the top equation? No. We could have used the bottom one, and the whole problem would have been just reversed around. You would have get the same answer, hopefully, if you do it. Okay, who can distribute for me? Someone besides Josh, Abby, and Luke. Jalon, Sydney, go ahead. Either one.
Okay, it's 2y minus 3.
Okay. Someone keep going. What's minus 6 and plus 6?
0.
They're gone. How do I do this? I got to get the y's together. I heard divide. I want to move the y's over to the same side.
Minus.
Yeah, I want a minus. So let's take this positive y. How many y is this? That's 1y. Always remember, you can always stick a 1 in front of it if you need to. And let's subtract 1y from both sides. Now, I got to tell you, I did this intentionally. I have a lot of students who right here, Tara, kind of just go, because they don't know what to do. And they say, oh, you can't solve it. But what's 1y minus 1y? 0. Okay? So y equals, on this side, and what's 2y minus 1y? Just 1y. Is it okay to have y equals 0? Yeah, that's a possible answer. So let's box that. Got to choose here. Do I want to plug it into the first equation or the second equation? Which will give me an easier x, Noah? We choose the second. Okay, so here's the second equation. Y equals 2x plus 6, and the y value is 0. Who can solve this for me? Go ahead, Mr. Haas.
Okay, well, I was just gonna say, like, you would assume that, alright, sorry, first you subtract, 6.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice job.
So it's negative 6 and 2x, and then, you are gonna divide it.
Yeah, good. You divide by 2. So negative 3. Nice job. Well done. So I think I have my 2 answers. No one told me to use equation 2. So now what am I going to check it with? Equation 1. So here I'm going to write a little 1 there. Write my equation, y minus 3 plug in my values. It looks like x equals negative 3, y equals 0, and I ask you the question, is negative 3 equals 0 minus 3? True? So, off to the side, I put my check, and let's write our answer, negative 3, comma 0. Is the answer a point? So do these lines cross? Yes. Now, the wise student is going to say, hey, what about those parallel things and those, we're not going to deal with those today. All of your answers today will cross in a point. Okay? So all of our answers will cross in a point. So here we have our assignment here at the bottom. 6 problems. All right? Each problem, I want you to use like a column. Spread your work out just like we did. Does that make sense?